Dear Rentals Club members, so happy to see you here. Uvika and I are talking to you from India, where we're finishing our 10-day workation. We just wanted to share with you a few insights we got about the Indian market or about what it's like to do remote working from India. First insight for me was really about obviously how big the market is or how diverse it is. From villas in Goa to homestays across the country, there's a big diversity of short-term rentals that people can book. And again, I would count homestays as short-term rentals in a way because most of the time people can also cook at these places where they're staying. For homestays, we're actually talking about whole families coming to stay with other families, right? So might be different from what you usually thinking about homestay. We talked a lot in the last year how Airbnb is pushing for people to list also private rooms on their website, and that's private home slash homestay is indeed an interesting source of supply that we notice here too. Another thing I wanted to share about the market is that of course big names like Airbnb, Make My Trip, and Ibibo
It's a big one.
Are big names, right? When it comes to online travel in India. And yet the reality of the market that people will find you on Airbnb and then will Google you or try any kind of ways to find you and then to call you and book directly. Direct booking are really big and it's still the reality of the market, right? Yet when Indians are traveling abroad, especially when they will book a short-term rental abroad, they will go and use Airbnb, for example, for outbound travel. So it is quite interesting. So that was my bit about learnings about the markets. I mean, maybe you've got some learnings about remote working and even hosting conferences from India here.
Always, yes. I do want to add something about private rooms as a culture in India is less prevalent perhaps in urban areas because there is a safety concern that is not prevalent in rural markets. For example, in rural markets you will find homestays more frequently, family-run businesses, and there's this implicit trust as well that people won't usually have in urban markets. And yeah, about remote work, we organized a conference just last week. Thank you to those who attended. And in spite of all the internet issues we had, and I think that's one of the biggest challenges with attracting remote workers, and not just attracting them, but actually giving them value, a good experience. Things like good Wi-Fi, reliable Wi-Fi seem very fundamental and basic, yet they are not available as widely as you would presume them to be. So while we are at a property that is excellent in every way, Wi-Fi did still cause an issue.
And to be fair, right? To be fair as well to this property, I mean, usually think about this. Right? Usually we say, oh, we're providing Wi-Fi, it's enough. But you don't have to be as extreme as this case where we are, right? Suddenly having like 90 people from a tech company doing everything online, coding, video calling customers, everything like at the same time. That's really demanding for any Wi-Fi, right? You can imagine. So even though we I think, install our own servers and lines, it's something still to have in mind, even if you say you are work friendly for your rental. How good is really the connection? Can two people Zoom at the same time from your property? Can somebody watch Netflix and the other one be Zooming for a client?
Yeah.
Just run the tests. Run the tests because that's, again, you don't want to get a bad review for that if you can fix it easily.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us. I think next week I'm back in Europe and you'll be staying a bit more.
Yes, I'm staying in my home country a little while longer.
All right. Thank you all, and I hope you got good insights from us. Take care.